Hi, psychology again. We are going to do our last guy today, and it's a guy that, again, is not on the outline. I'd like you to put it wherever you've got room. If you have room down there under Maslow's stuff, or on the back, which is blank, you can use that either way. Okay, so I'm going to give you I wrote it all on a board. I'm going to leave it up not too long because you can freeze it, obviously, and read it. But then talk about it a little bit. And this is our newest guy. He's still alive. He's the only one I think that I know of that's still alive of the guys we're talking about. But he is a humanist who is sort of known for not creating but popularizing what is known as positive psychology, and that psychology can be used as a force for good, not just to find out what the heck's wrong with you, but to find out how to make you better and how to make you live a better life and a more meaningful life and so on and so forth. Okay, so what am I going to do here is to simply show you this. Okay, here's the guy's name, first of all. Martin Seligman, Martin, if you can't read that, Seligman, and he is most known with the phrase positive psychology. Okay? So the deal is, this guy says that we need to surround, kind of like with what Roger said, you need to surround yourself with good people, good experiences, stimulation and things like that. Okay? And there are kind of three levels of life that we live. Okay? There's what is known as the pleasant life, the good life, and the meaningful life. Okay, and that's what's going to be right here. I'm going to show you just a second. He also talked about the fact that societies, and he did science, he did some research here, and looked at different cultures now and the past, but both, but especially now. What values, what virtues did these cultures have in common? And what he found is that most cultures, especially what you call advanced cultures, doesn't have to mean economically advanced, but mentally, spiritually advanced. I think Native Americans back in the day, they were mentally, spiritually advanced, maybe not so much technologically. But anyway, they found they have these 6 core virtues, and I'm going to show you this as well. Okay, so let me show you this. I'll show you the parts. I'm going to do this as best I can, given my limitations on my camera here. So I'm just going to hold it still. There are the first 2. The pleasant life, which is the, quote, lower life level. The good life, which is the middle level. And then the meaningful life there, which is the highest level. That's the one that we should aspire to. Okay, nothing wrong with those 2, but this is the one that we should and usually try to aspire to, because of the way that we're sort of built. Okay, so those should be able to be paused. And the last thing here, the 6 core virtues that cultures share. And if you can't read that, 1, wisdom and knowledge, seeking. We seek wisdom, we seek knowledge, we reward it. 2, courage, self-explanatory. Love and humanity, treating other people, the right way. Sense of justice. Think about what that means. Temperance, which is kind of like living in a, don't be partying all the time, and don't be up. What else? Ascetic, withhold everything from yourself. Just live in temperance, live in within your means, and with value. And then finally, spirituality and transcendence. It doesn't have to be religion, but spirituality. There's something out there beyond just the body, and that we can transcend it. We can go beyond it, whether that's to heaven, whether that's in a spiritual plane, whether going back to Maslow, like peak experience kind of stuff and all that. So those are your 6 core virtues that cultures tend to value. Okay. So Seligman believes that, given the right circumstances, surround yourself again with good people, good situations, read good books, take walks, enjoy nature, enjoy company, enjoy. Some of the things you can do honestly during this quarantine is to improve that mental health. And a lot of things you hear people say, here's how to get through the quarantine, is basically a rehash of what Seligman has been saying for years. And he's still, like I said, alive, and I think he tours and lectures and all that stuff. So you ever want to look up some lectures of him, it's just him talking and reiterating these principles. But he's a pretty interesting guy, honestly. And he, along with Maslow and Rogers, take care of the humanists. Okay, so I would expect to see as assignment something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, frankly, but I'll come up with something that lets you sort of apply these to situations, and looks at the good and the bad of them, and so on and so forth. So, all right, that takes care of us for personality. That's a lot. And so, again, I expect at least one more assignment, maybe two. And then we will get going probably next week with disorders, and that'll take care of us for the rest of the semester. All right, have a good day.